Hey world builders, welcome back to Build Together. This is day 174. Today's prompt is, what is an odd leisure activity in your world, i.e. a barbecue, a game night, going to a bar, etc. So I wrote about bleeding the Iti'mim. An Iti'mim is a weird creature in Atopia. It is this very long, large, worm-like creature that has this bluish blood that is kept by a lot of farmers because the blood is a very, very powerful fertilizer. Specifically in Zohair, whenever a farmer's Iti'mim has been well fed for a while and begins to sort of tighten and bulge, thanks to like a larger quantity of blood in its system, the local folk will like come out and they will have a bleeding the Iti'mim sort of celebration where they let kids like poke holes in the side of the Iti'mim with sharpened, hollowed out hajik stalks that function kind of like a little straw basically, and they like show them that you plug the end into you've got something like a bucket or a bowl or a Gunnar bladder. Gunnar are these very large blue furred beasts of burden. And then you're ready to collect the blood. The reason that this occurs for the most part is it's a leisure activity that people want to go to, similar to like raising a barn or something in the past here in America or in other places where you have the community aid you in a project of some kind and they get something in return, whether that's socializing or something else. In this case, most of the time, the common folk will bring lots of food and they have a bit of a celebration, and the food is kind of an implicit trade for some of the Iti'mim's blood, which they will maybe use in their own personal gardens and things, but not in an amount that would ever keep the farmer from being able to use it on their crops and such. And during the time that the children are mostly the ones allowed to do this, because they want to have the experience. It's fun for them to do it. Adults will do it if there aren't enough children, of course, but everyone else will kind of watch or joke around and eat and play simple games like Kinsey that I talked about before, or Seven Tears, which is a game I haven't discussed before. And then the bleeding goes on until basically the Iti'mim's outer layer begins to sag a little bit, or however kind of long the farmer is okay with it going. They will usually cut it off a little bit early because they're trying to keep their fertilizer source healthy and also still relatively full for themselves. Now, the Kingdom of Helva actually has a lot more Iti'mim per capita because the Helvan farmers are richer there and they do a lot more, but the coalition of farmers doesn't really permit this kind of activity thanks to like a number of protections and regulations for their farmers, which just means that Zohair is one of the few places where this really happens at all. What's an odd leisure activity in your world? Thanks for building together.